Hello and welcome. This is Lyrical, also known as Mommy, and we are on our second video of the day. We are going to be doing this time sugar sweet pork chops. I've already done quite a bit of prep. I went ahead and sliced the vegetables, which was carrots, parsnips, and onions, and I put some fresh thyme in it with some oil and salt and pepper. And they've been roasting. They had to roast for about 30 minutes. So they have, according to the clock, 6 more minutes to go. I've already have the oil heated in my pan for the pork chops. So the next step that we are going to be doing is searing the pork chops, and then we'll make a glaze for those pork chops from the same pan. So Liam's not real happy right now, but he was really happy with that sandwiches that we just made. I don't think I've ever seen him enjoy any one food as much as he did those. So I washed and dried the pork chops, added salt and pepper. Just putting salt and pepper on this side. There we go. He is not happy right now. He's been missing Daddy, and Lee got married this past week, and then while he was working, Regina took the baby and went on a little vacay. So he has been a little clingy today. So I want to sear those really well. I am supposed to sear them for 3 to 4 minutes per side. Then I'm going to remove them and set them aside while I make the glaze. The glaze is going to be oil in the pan, garlic, which is the fresh minced, cayenne pepper, which doesn't say anything about sweet and spicy, but we'll see. A little bit of sugar and thyme and some stock concentrate and water. So give those a few minutes. I'm going to gather more of my stuff that I'm going to need. So I'm going to need some sugar. And if I have any, I didn't have a whole lot of leftover thyme. It was so fresh, it was really hard to get off the stems this time, that I was picking them off as best as I could and added them to the vegetables. So I really didn't keep any left over. I just put what little I had in there. And usually I have thyme. I don't have any. What is this? Chives. So we will see. See what we can do about that. There we go. So I'm going to put some of the stuff together that I'm going to need for the sauce, and that way it'll be easily mixed in. That's the fresh garlic, a little bit of the cayenne pepper, sugar, I've not been really measuring today. I've been measuring so much for the last couple of weeks that I'm getting pretty good at guessing. Half a cup of water. Then all of that is going to be added into that pan once everything cooks. Salt and pepper, of course. Get a little plate ready for the pork chops. So it said after After you cook them 3 to 4 minutes per side and set them aside, when you add them back into the pan, into the glaze, you're going to let them cook for another 2 minutes. I'm a little funny about pork, so I really want my pork well done. You know, it's not like a steak where I like a medium rare, but yeah, not with pork. The vegetables, there was a lot of vegetables. I think they had 4 full carrots and 2 big parsnips, and then of course another red onion. I'm getting a little afraid of the onions anymore, but this one was just to be sliced and put into roast, so I'm assuming it's going to give it more flavor than anything. And they are coming along nicely. About halfway through, I flipped them over, added a little more oil and salt and pepper just to make sure that they weren't burning or anything. They are still a little raw. I can see on the sides that those are raw. Let's see how these are doing. These are almost done. I'm going to actually just turn the oven off and let them cook, and then that way they won't be. They wanted them a 1/4 inch thick, which is, you know, with a carrot, a lot of times a 1/4 inch thick is kind of thick. And I'm not real good at slicing. They're all different sizes, of course, but that's just how things go. So as long as they're nice and cooked, they'll be good. So that's been about 3 minutes. And while these rest, they'll still continue to cook on the inside. So I'm going to remove those for a few minutes. Turn this down just a touch. And I have to scrape the pan with something. My trusty wooden spoon will do. I'm just trying to get some of the grease off the bottom. It said to add more oil, but I've got quite a bit of oil left in there. There was a lot of fat on the pork chop, so I really didn't need to do anything special with that. So I'm going to add these. There's quite a bit of sugar in the bottom of this bowl. Looks like we're going to have quite a bit of glaze unless this cooks down quite a bit. This was some stock that they sent. Help thicken everything up. Chicken stock. There we go. Put just a little more sugar in there, only because I know that there was a lot left in the bottom of that bowl. I don't really smell any cayenne pepper. I sure smell that garlic. Let that cook down. So the brie sandwiches wound up being a big hit with Liam. He is a real picky eater. He's a chicken nugget and fry kind of kid. Yogurt, fruit, and that's pretty much it for that boy. We just try everything trying to get him to eat. And he took one look at Lee's sandwich, and Lee did not get the second half of his sandwich. Liam grabbed it from him, gobbled it down, and then he ate about 1/3 of my sandwich as well. So I think I'm going to be making a lot of brie and fig sandwiches for that boy. Anything that makes him happy, that makes me happy. So Lee's back. So I'm making the glaze. I kind of incorporated everything together and then just added it just to see if I could kind of make a better glaze. We'll see. They were like added all to the pan. I guess I was supposed to add the garlic and cook it for like 30 seconds, but I don't think 30 seconds is that much. So
Probably not. No.
yeah. And then once the pork was cooked for 3 minutes each side, 3 to 4 minutes each side. It's not cooking down as much as most of the other stocks I've had. The other glazes I've had were really thick. This one's pretty watery. Nice vegetables. And a lot of them again. We have a lot of leftover vegetables like every single time. That salad that we had with the sandwich, I put it in a bowl and put it in the refrigerator. I hope it keeps because, I put the dressing on it as we were, to mix it all up with everything. And it was such a good salad. I hate to see it go to waste, so hopefully it stays good. So I didn't know how else to save it because, once you put dressing on, it usually starts wilting the lettuce after a while. So we might be eating wilted lettuce, or I don't know, maybe we can think of some type of leftovers for salad with those mushrooms. Some kind of wilted lettuce salad. All right, let's see if this is doing anything. I turned the heat up a little bit, just trying to get it to cook down. Still just seems awfully watery. Let me just go through it again, just make sure I remembered everything. The only thing I didn't put in there is that I was supposed to have some leftover thyme, but you saw me struggling with that thyme. I didn't really have any leftover.
Yeah.
And I didn't see any in my cabinet. I have so many little things in here. You would think I would have some. I have all kinds of little leftover bottles from, oh, I've got ground thyme. Let's put a little bit for flavoring. I don't think it'll make much difference, but on the thickening part. Hopefully it doesn't evaporate to nothing. Cayenne was to taste. I guess I should try to taste it. See if I can tell if it needs more. Oh, that is not the spoon. Oh, that's pretty good. Watery or not? You like my little pink spoons?
Oh, that's really good.
It's really good. I'm surprised. I'm looking at it going, oh no, it needs to cook down.
That's fine.
Yeah. So these are supposed to cook for another 2 minutes because they aren't done inside, That little bit of cooking I did with them. So we'll let those cook and kind of incorporate that glaze into the meat. Oh, it's going to splash me. I just know it. I keep thinking I'm going to make like an apron or something. I need an apron. I don't know if you saw the one show where I had like a green, really fancy shirt. I had the slit sleeves. It had so much grease spots on it. I never did look to see if they all came out, but it was just like grease spots everywhere, all over that nice green shirt. So I'll have to get like maybe a mommy apron, you know.
Gina was saying we should get you one of those nice chef white coats.
Oh,
Chef.
Lord. Yeah, there we go.
Yes, chef.
Yes, chef. I want the one like on Chop, though. Don't they have like a gray one?
I can't remember.
Yeah, it's either
You watch
gray
so
or
many
black or...
cooking shows. I don't know.
I like cooking shows. Like I've never been one to cook that much because, you know, you're single. I mean, who's going to eat the food, right? Me. So by the time you cook everything, and yeah, it's fun, and then you just like have leftovers. You should see my refrigerator right now. I've got like leftover peanut butter sauce, fettuccine, whatever that thing was I made, and leftover steak and steak stir fry. Both of those you guys didn't see. I had to cook those up real quick because everything was going bad and Lee was busy getting married, so priorities. So, well, that's starting to look good. A couple more minutes, and I think it'll be good. It'll be done. Parsnip. You know, I don't know. Do they eat I don't hear a lot about people eating parsnips. You know, I don't know if it's a certain region of the country. Maybe not our country. But, you know, I really don't hear about it. But it's kind of a sweet flavor. Has the middle like it's a carrot. So, it's good.
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know if I've had a parsnip.
You will today. Here. I think we are just about done. Trying to cook them so that sauce will cook down at the same time. All right, let's try this. What was he doing?
Just ran through here and crop dust is what he just did.
Oh boy. Okay. Welcome to our life. I am like using up all this glaze. It's like so yummy. And some veggies. How'd you like that parsnip?
That was actually really good.
You know, I'm like so surprised. You gonna eat all these veggies? I'll put them on the plate for look, but I know we have another meal to go, so. Look, we still have all of those left over.
We're going to have to go run a marathon when we're done.
Ta-da!
Close that pan.
Let's see, does it look like the picture? Oh, I forgot to slice it.
Slice it?
Yeah. Apparently you don't know how to slice, so they want you to slice it.
Like over the vegetables.
Yeah.
Okay, why not?
Maybe that's why they had so many vegetables. Because you're supposed to put it over top of the vegetables. Let's see if we can do it. It's supposed to be with the grain.
Where's the grain on a
pork chop?
On a pork chop.
Apparently it was the lengthways. Looking good. Make sure it's done in the middle. That is some good glaze. Mmm. And then the vegetables in the sauce too.
You know, I've never been much for pork chops.
Uh-huh.
But this is now the second time they've had pork chop or pork chop like foods. It turned out really good.
Well, you have to remember that when I was originally cooking pork chops for you, I was cooking them until they were dead. I mean, like I was raised there, you know, pork causes bad things to happen. You got to cook it until there's no pink whatsoever in it. And following their directions, it's like, you know, maybe slightly pink in there. Nothing much, but enough that it's still nice and soft.
It's really good. And the vegetables are really good. The parsnip?
Parsnip.
The parsnip is a lot like a sweet carrot, so it goes with the carrots really, really well.
Yes. I think they're in the same family.
And those red onions are a little better around this time.
Very good. And with the thyme and everything, it just kind of draws everything together. Very good. All right. Well, that is one other dinner down, and I hope you enjoy it. Please leave us a comment if you like. Hopefully a good one. Have a nice day.